What's good people? Welcome back to Luvie's Corner. If you're new here, what's good, love? And if you've been around these corners, welcome back, boo. So today is Sunday. Today we are finally in 2023. I know so many of you all are so excited about coming into a new year, leaving the last year behind, but I want to encourage us to really take a moment to zone in on what was the good that came out of 2022, because I find it hard to believe, even as I search within myself, that all 365 days weren't good, right? There were some gems there. So in the next video, I'm hoping to have different things that I learned out of 2023 that I want to share with you all that was a blessing to me, and that will be possibly carrying on through into this year. But for today's video, I want to talk about the fact that we are all created with intention. So when we grow up in society, whatever society you grew up in, but I grew up in the United States of America, and there were a lot of things about me that weren't like on trend, so to speak, right? And so for those reasons, I started to not like those things about myself. However, as I grew older, I had to realize the fact that, listen, the way that my identity is, as far as, like, for example, being Nigerian American, right? Growing up in a Nigerian household, and then growing up in an American school system, I'm both Nigerian American. And so what did that mean for me? I had to really toe the line between the fact that, no, I am Nigerian enough and I'm American enough, and the experiences that I was created to have is the ones that God wanted me to have. So therefore, as I walk out my identity, even things about like my personality trait, or like funny little quirks that make us all individuals, right? Those things were created by God on purpose, and every part of us was created with intention. And so sometimes we can grow up feeling like, oh, this difference in me or this uniqueness in me is perhaps a bad thing because it's not, typical. However, I want to encourage you, as I continue to encourage myself, that you were created with intention. Every single detail of your life, God created it for your overall narrative. And so, and anything that wasn't created and just was thrust upon us as far as like experiences, those are still going to be used for our overall good and used for our overall narrative. And so I encourage you to really dig deep and to look at, what has been the narrative of my life? How have I seen the faithfulness in the hand of God on my life? And what is that story telling me, right? Because that will often be a great starting point as far as, what am I here for? And so for me, I feel like I am interested in a lot of things and I'm skilled in a lot of things, but sometimes I wonder, okay, but where is God's purpose in all of this, right? Like, it just feels like a whole bunch of stuff all just swirling in one. But I think boiling it down to, well, what's today's purpose? What's today's objectives, right? And if it's a matter of how can I show up for myself today? How can I show up within my family today? How can I show up as a friend today? That kind of helps me remain grounded and not feel too overwhelmed as far as like, what is my purpose? And am I meeting my purpose? And am I disappointing God by not like this is getting too much, right? Boiling it down to, what is my purpose for today? How can I show up today? And believing and knowing that as you pursue God and continue to remain in his presence and to invite him into your quiet time, like, those are areas in which you'll get your next steps too, as far as like the overall narrative of your life and what you're called here to do. And so I find it, so where I find resolve is that my purpose isn't linear. Like, they're like just the same way that my experiences haven't been linear. So in that same way, instead of getting overwhelmed by the big idea, boil it down to, how can I show up for me today? How can I show up for those closest to me today? And how can I invite God within my space today? And that's where I like to start off as far as like, what is today's purpose? So I hope this video blessed you, and if it did, leave a comment, a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because it always helps. And on that note, y'all, I hope that you have a wonderful blessed week, and that you experience God's love in a new way. And so I love you, and God loves you even more. See y'all next time.